Paper true. The best words for your ideas. Having a brilliant story is not enough. You may be a master at weaving plot, but how gripping a story is also depends on how you write. In this video, we will be exploring how to construct a past tense narrative. Most novels are written in the past tense. This is because it is generally assumed that a story is written after it has happened. Look at this example, from Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. Did you notice the verbs in this paragraph? That's right, they are all in the past tense. This means that Jane is narrating these events after they have happened, not as they are happening. When you anchor a narrative in the past tense, there are two things to keep in mind. Part 1, Establishing a chronology. Beyond knowing that everything is happening in the past, we also need to know the order of things that happened. Let's think of it as plotting a timeline, and then trying to understand the order of events. There are 4 types of tenses: the past tense itself, simple, perfect, progressive, perfect progressive. Each of them has its own function in telling us when things happened in relation to each other, all in the past. So, the important thing to remember while writing a past tense narrative is, all action takes place in the past, in a particular order or chronology. Let's revisit the passage from Jane Eyre. There are 3 verbs in this sentence: gathering, set, and having drawn. The perfect tense shows actions that happened before the simple tense. Gathering is in the progressive tense. Jane gathering her feet is a longer action, which started before she sat down, and continued as she was sitting down. So in order: Jane drew the curtains, then gathered up her feet to sit down, then sat down. Part 2. How to write a flashback. Flashbacks are moments in a storyline that directly jumps back to the past, like time travel, for example, or a character recollecting events in their past. One of the most effective ways to convey a time jump in your story is to change the verb tense from simple past tense to past perfect tense. This works best when your flashback sequence is a page or less. Using this method for longer flashbacks can be difficult, as it often becomes hard for the reader and the writer to keep up with the past perfect tense. What are your options then? You have to In our next video, we will tell you how to write a story in the present tense. Subscribe to our channel for our regular videos on writing techniques and tips.